So I wanted to give an example of how to deal with situations that you don't feel in control of. Anytime you find yourself feeling powerless or just wondering what you could possibly do or what action to take, if you get to a point where you realize or you feel like there's really nothing you can do, the one thing that you do have control over is to change your perspective about it. And it might feel like that wouldn't really do anything, but you'd be surprised because your perspective is what gives you your experience of whatever is happening. And it can change it because your beliefs are what create your reality. So when you're changing what you believe and the perspective you see something in, you are changing your reality. So the metaphor I wanted to give is when you feel like you're trapped, right? It can feel like you're locked in a box. So there's a lock on that box. And when you go to pick the lock, you know how you see like people, they're like listening to the lock and they're like slowly turning so they can hear when they get that opening, and then they know that they've cracked the lock. So when you're doing that, that's changing perspectives. You're changing it until you find one that fits and that releases you, that opens the lock and releases you from the box or cage that you're in. You don't have to find a perspective that makes everything good and better. If you can, that's great. But all you have to do is find a perspective that feels better than the one that you're currently experiencing. As long as it's better, then that is what is going to help free you. And then just getting into the habit of that, always being like, okay, how can I look at this so that it actually empowers me? How can I look at this in a perspective of this is happening for me, not to me? And when you do that, you will start to shift your entire world. So give it a try, and I hope it helps you. I mean, I know it will.